Yes, we start seeing those people, but those very small manufacturers or artisans I talk about is not even there yet. So there are many small manufacturers who are getting more attentions from the world, but they have another tools. Like for example, in English is the must-have tool, and I have that. That's why my Sashiko is somewhat introduced in English, right? In comparison to the other Sashiko, which is not introduced at all in English in Japan. Another aspect of this issue is that if they have a person who can do a good job in web marketing or good web planning strategies, EC site management, or somebody who can do all the management, and they can get more attentions. So for that, we have to know really, like, those who has nothing but the skill or manufacturers or technique or those skill are losing their future. In fact, it's kind of too late. Some of them are already gone. Not some, majority of them might be gone. But English language or presenting skill, as well as those strategies, management skills, those are not related to actual production skill, right? And before this internet, before this world changed, these artisans were protected in the sustainabilities of the culture. The more people practice culture, the better they could somewhat sustain their life. But because things are changing, things are simplified, they cannot survive anymore. So it's not about everything we see right now. Unfortunately, there's so many cultures, so many artisans are gone. We are just losing a lot of wisdom and technique. Those who market product are not equal to those who make. So, for example, I can spend 24 hours advertising stories of myself, or branding myself. I can be teaching much more often, but that will lose the value of me stitching, and that's probably what makes me artisan. So it's a quite difficult story to tell. Anyway, it has been a little longer than I used to. I gotta go to sleep today. So thank you so much for a lot of questions. Not a question, a lot of comments. The more I get a question, the more I get a comments, the better this live streaming gets. So I really appreciate today's comments. If you have any questions, you're looking at this as the archive, please let me know. I will try to bring that question next time. I like the Japanese handmade sewing notion. Okay, so I read that, sorry. Simplistic adjective, teaching complex issue. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's very helpful, Merly. I will take a look at that later. Capitalism at its fine, just exactly what we monetize and ignore the rest. People market Zen as just calming instead of spiritual practice. Okay, I really appreciate you coming here. Next time, I will come back next week as well. And I hope this world to be in the peace again. It is quite, it's really painful to see that. My cousins is in the army right now, so same age. My cousin-in-law, and I'm stitching here, and he's fighting for his country. It's so difficult. Anyway, I will come back next week, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good night. Bye bye.